good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. And welcome to the Brothers of Legacy. Good morning, Lisa. Blessings to you. Thank you for rocking with us and hanging with us this morning and being always a part of what we do. So today, just to let you know what we're talking about. We're talking about what to do when you don't fit in. What to do when you don't fit in. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting conversation. What to do when you don't fit in. All right, so as always, make sure you share this conversation. Tag someone that needs to hear this. And all that, then some. Make sure you are subscribed in the YouTube space. Also hitting the thumbs up, as well as sharing. Sharing is caring. And tagging someone. Tag a brother, tag a sister, tag a enemy. And we're going to dig into this. All right. So what to do when you don't fit in. There's a lot going on in the world today. A lot going on. Oh, I know this whole Will Smith thing is going to come up. I already know. My brother should be here in a moment. And as always, I try to rock it out a few minutes just to kind of warm me up a little bit. I'm like the warm-up comedian. It's not really that funny. But, yeah, we're going to dig into our conversation today. But tonight, make sure you are watching Purpose for Forever, maybe. Possibly. We got to see. We will be coming on. Let's see. Splickety-splow. Yes, indeed, Kathy. It is Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Another start to an amazing week. We are rolling into April. I don't know what anybody else is feeling like, but I feel like time is moving very, very fast. Good morning, Kita. Good morning. God bless you. Thank you for being here, being anywhere, and you're here. Again, make sure you're sharing. Sharing is caring. Share this conversation. So, y'all see the award ceremony last night? Probably not, but you seen the incident. What's crazy, right? So, I am a minor conspiracist. That's the word. In the space of conspiracy, the awards, Grammys, right? Not Grammys. Yeah, Grammys. No. Yes. Well, I'm gonna think, which awards was it? I don't even remember. It doesn't even matter. So I'm sorry, text threw me off. So yeah, I can't remember which awards was it. I don't even know. That is ridiculous. I can't remember the daggone Oscars. There you go. Thank you. I'm looking like it was for actors. The only one, Oscar. Thank you so much, Lisa. Yeah, it was crazy. So the Oscars have been suffering in ratings. So I don't know. The incident was too surprisingly timed. I mean, based on comments and what happened, you think yeah, Chris kind of asked for that. But this has been Chris Rock. It's like this is nothing new out of his character. This is what he always does at every award since he's hosted the very first awards. He goes hard after folks, But it was interesting. So yeah, I'm sure my folks gonna come into it, so I'm not gonna even dig into it right now. But that's just my conspiratorial view on that. All right, so we're gonna kick it off. It's gonna be me for a little while, and we're gonna talk about what to do when you don't fit in. All right, so we'll be right back after this. Make sure you share. Sharing is caring. All right, we'll be right back. I want to welcome you to the Brothers of Legacy broadcast, where we are changing our community one conversation at a time, every day.
We are creating a new legacy. Change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come. A co-op
has to start with ownership. Right. We have a mindset of either I want to make a lot of money or survive. Make a bunch of money or I got to figure out how to survive.
When you have a real bond, when everyone has, we come in with real expectations. Mm-hmm. Because this is this is covenant.
The whole point is this, that we as a people, with our money and time, aren't often making this journey possible, often vested in the business.
You're watching the Brothers of Legacy. We don't stand out. We stand up.
All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. So, again, make sure you share. Sharing is caring. Let's see. Let's talk. I'm sharing right now. All right. Bam. Let's see. Hey, good morning, Deborah. Richard said, Will Smith was right. Chris Rock went way too far. Never rated Chris Rock. I guess liked. Never hated Chris Rock. Hosted. Oh, I guess he's saying never should host again. Should never make an alopecia joke. We'll say maybe they know, but probably did. I don't know. Then I was looking up, maybe there's a G.I. Jane 2. I'm sure like most people maybe there's a movie. He just forgot. So I don't know. Like I don't know how the angle to take on it, It's an interesting situation. I mean, on the surface you got a husband protecting the honor of his wife, not letting folks clown her, especially, with why she shaved her head. So I mean alopecia is nothing like of a rarity. It happens a lot in with women, and they end up shaving their head because you lose hair, and it's just you just rather just go all the way than trying to figure out what to do, and it's a struggle. I could imagine what it would be like, even just losing your hair, period. But yeah, so today we're talking about what to do when you don't fit in, and I'll talk about myself because you see me, guys. And have you struggled? Was there a point or period in your life where you tried to fit into spaces or conform your habits to be a part of certain things? I know when I was young, I did it, I tried to, and then you find yourself awkward because it's like, this ain't really me. This is not who I really am. And struggle to really be a part of something, because no one wants to be alone. I think, no one wants to really be a loner. Like people could say I'm a loner and I just like to be alone. People like space, but no one wants to be alone, if that makes sense. People have their moments, like even growing up, like I've always said, my brother's 10 years older, so I kind of grew up alone, like as an only child, because every phase, he was already so far ahead. We didn't collide. We didn't fight for space and this is mine, this is yours. There was never that, because when he was at that age, I was like 1. So, I was probably more annoying than anything. But, yeah, it's so, like I said, growing up, I'd want space, but not too much space. I want to be around people, then not be around people. It's a choice thing. I wanted it, then I didn't want it. But it was definitely... yeah, we'll get into that. But it was so that was kind of who I was. And then growing up, and then you feel like you just want to belong. You ever just you go through the phase of a sense of belonging. I think we still are there. Like you want to just like feel like I'm not the only one that thinks it, and feel about it. All right, let me go and get past it here, read these comments so we can go and shift this conversation. Let's go. Sam said, alopecia is not rare, right? And there is several different causes for it, only like one that's medical related. It's not a disease. Comedian talk about everything always. Yes, we shouldn't make excuses for bad behavior. I don't care who he is. Indeed. All right. Richard says Will Smith apologized to nominees and Oscars, but not Chris Rock. Smith has many millions he can take 2 years out. He can release more music and films later. Will Smith won an Oscar. I mean, it's not gonna affect him anyway. When Young Be Alone. Oh, Facebook switches back. He said when Young Be Alone was my friend as older. Not my friend. I get it. Right. When you're younger, sometimes you get solitary is like, I'm good. So like you get older, like, I need some folk around me. like, so like the older you get, it's like, I need folks. I need family. I need groups. I need a connection. I need something, And I don't think I mean I guess you can, we know older people that you're just like, how old are you? You 50 and you doing what? So and there are folks that probably still try to fit in even at an older age, but I think for me as I got older, it's like I don't want to have to try to fit in, but I need to find my folk. Like I need to find some folk that I could kind of engage in, So, as you grow up, you do to fit in because you're thinking, I need to change some things in me to fit in this group because obviously I'm the weird one. And I need to conform. I need to get rid of these weird ways, And there are moments, there's stages, and then you realize like, why am I doing this? Like I'm not even, and then you're in places that you're like, I'm not even comfortable here. Like this ain't even me, I don't know what's me, but this ain't it, So Pastor, have you gone through those phases of trying to fit in, or be in spaces?
I think, well, the answer is yes. And good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to everybody.
Yes, and good morning. Good morning.
In my life, over the course of my life, I can think of moments or seasons where I was running with people that I did not necessarily believe I had an authentic relationship with.
Okay.
But because I was interested in being around them,
Right.
I hung around.
Right.
The only fulfillment that I got was being in the crew, but I was never one of the crew.
Gotcha.
Right. So yeah, I think that's how we learn more about ourselves when we find ourselves in those. And I can tell you, there's been times in my life where I found myself in a position where I wasn't comfortable, and I had to ask myself, why are you here?
Why we here? Right.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see. Sam says, for me, the group just ain't for me if I don't fit in. There have been rare moments where I've tried to be a part, right? Not necessarily fit in, but when it doesn't work, I'm good. Since you get the peace sign.
See, I've tried to fit in.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah.
I've tried.
Yeah.
I've worked hard to fit in, like a square peg in a round hole.
Yeah,
I've even had someone come up and ask me, "What are you doing here?"
Right. What? Why are you here? Like,
Yeah.
You don't belong here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had those moments, and you just, I took some abuse, like just to be in some spaces, and you're just like, why do I keep coming back here?
Yeah.
Why do I keep, it did eventually it clicked, like I'm not going there. That's not for me. Trying to be just trying, and it was like some older guys. It's just like, it's not for me. Not for me. But yeah, I think that's the biggest, and it's a struggle because, and I think we probably talked about this before. Just as people, we want a sense of a sense of belonging. Two, nobody really wants to be alone. Like you want to be alone for a moment. Like
Right.
I need some space, but no one wants a long time of being alone. Well, I'll say I've never met them. And as much junk they can talk, they always got the I'm lonely face. So and then there's and I get there's some people like I can't do groups for a long period of time, but let me step away. I'll be back. And I think and like I said, we grow up like that, and as a kid, you're just trying to find your village, your mini village, your people that you feel like that you can connect to or find some similar interest in. And I think that's where trouble can happen if you don't realize this is where I don't fit. You just got to be honest.
Yeah.
Just got to be honest with yourself. Like, this is not where I fit. And let me ask you, because you said, I knew that I wasn't having an authentic relationship. So at that time, like, you can feel it. Like, this is not a real, like, because I guess to know an authentic relationship, you've had to have an authentic relationship. So at the time you kind of knew it, or was it like hindsight? Because I think for me, like, really knowing, I don't think I really knew an authentic relationship, if that makes sense.
How do you know when you have an authentic relationship? The validation of an authentic relationship is really in those tough moments,
Right, right,
surviving problems,
yeah,
issues, disruptions
yeah,
to the relationship, attacks on the relationship, disagreements.
yeah,
That's when you know you have an authentic relationship. And I think that an authentic relationship takes time to build and time to validate that that's what it is. An authentic relationship is when you feel comfortable
right,
being vulnerable,
right,
telling your truths
right,
without fear. That is a sign of an authentic relationship, or at least there's authenticity in how you feel about the relationship. You may find out the other person doesn't feel the same,
right,
you know.
right,
So
right,
those are some of the signs of authenticity in a relationship, because you can't validate authenticity without testing, trying
yeah,
the relationship. You'll never
yeah.
know.
I don't. I'm thinking like, because I see my man Okini. What's up, Okini?
Hey,
Um,
sir.
we grew up together, grew up in the same space together, and I think, like, growing up, like, when you say, like, being vulnerable, yeah, I know you talked about, you got your guys, like, kind of was able to put it out there, like, yeah, I don't think I could. I
Well,
don't
I'm
think it,
saying we
I
don't
mean,
do it
like,
because we think it's a sign of weakness.
yeah, I mean, that's
But
why, like, that was
when the other
what.
part of the relationship doesn't view you as weak for saying
Right,
it,
right,
when you get
right,
responses like, "Oh, I feel you, bro. Yep, I understand,
right,
man. Yeah, I get it."
right,
I mean, it
right,
all depends on the reaction, the response. But even a sarcastic response is a sign of authenticity.
right,
Man,
right,
stop. Man, please.
right,
You know, you
right,
just it's all based on a feel
right,
with that individual. It's a comfort level. That's what it is.
right. Sam said, "Big O, yes, he was at the first wedding, the first, the first wedding. Yes, indeed. Oh, let's see. O said, I had brothers tell me when I'm wrong. We had issues and beef. We moved through it and kept it
Yeah.
moving. Yeah,
Yeah,
indeed,
that's authentic. That's
indeed.
authentic.
Yeah,
You know. Right, man. Listen. Right. Right. That's it. That's it.
yeah.
Golden phrase.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think about that. The friend I had back in the day, Chris Tanzi. I told you he and I got in a fight.
Hmm.
I mean, in a hallway on some stairs in an apartment building, and we went at it.
Right.
Got mad, went our separate ways. Next morning, we was on the phone with each other. Yo, let's not do that again, bro.
Right. Right.
you know,
Right.
man, I broke my earring. You know?
Messing with you.
Yeah, yeah. That's authentic relationship, man. Being able to go at it and still love each other when it's over.
Right. Right. I think that's real. That is real. Um, and I think that's a real buildup of building a great relationship. And as you grow up and you grow older, um, you figure out finding authentic relationships as an adult. I put it out there. I think I've tried to fit in spaces, as an adult even, and you're just like, man, this ain't this ain't it. Like, like, because again, you want to fit into, you want to feel a sense of being a part.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. The hard part is sometimes is identifying authenticity. Indeed.
Yeah,
Indeed.
because that requires taking risk.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
I put my
and a
feelings
lot
out
of people
there.
don't want to do that.
Put my feelings out there. You respond wrong. now I'm gathering up my feelings, taking my feelings home. I'm gonna go and take these.
Or I hear my words from another source.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. I'm not a gossip. I just want more people praying for you. Y'all know how we do. I just want to make sure the whole village is praying.
The whole village, everybody praying for you. Thanks. Thanks. Oh man. Yeah. He said Raymond, Nigel, Kevin, Rich, Dave, Al, Cicero, Mo, Derek, Rich, and
So
Jr.
Keeney, now he just trying to flex.
Yeah.
Flexing now.
Get me in
Yeah, we had a whole crew. Man,
We
don't
had a
nobody care
whole
about y'all crew.
Right.
Yeah.
Not gossip, just messy, right? Just, I think it's so funny. I feel like there is a difference. Like there's people that just kind of share your information, but then there's people that just kind of that find unique ways to give out your information to other people. Girl, did you hear?
Yeah.
I think it's messy. You know what's funny? I think it's messy.
I didn't want to say nothing, but I just thought you knew. I thought everybody knew.
It sure is messed up about Pastor.
Yeah.
What happened? You don't know? You don't know?
Girl. No, you're going to have to ask them yourself. You got to ask them. Let them tell you. I don't want to tell you. Well, let me just tell you this part, and then you can get the rest from there.
I can't tell you at all. It's something about $80,000 a hotel, and I don't know.
Dog. Hey, get your boy.
Right,
Get your boy.
right.
What you talking about, man? Oh, man, you ain't heard? Oh, I can't. What? Oh, man. I don't know if I should tell you, bro.
Right. Oh man. He said right, just messy. He said facts. He said they are quick to say I'm not talking about her, but right. I'm not talking about him, but I ain't one to gossip, but you ain't heard it from me. Oh man, yeah, that word. But, right.
Look, everybody's saying something because you have either had it happen to you or you've been that person.
Right. I've been delivered. I used to do it.
Yeah.
I've been delivered. But yeah, I think it's sorry. Finding that authentic. I think it can be challenging at times, and it hurts because especially if you've shared, and like I said, it's made it circle back to you. Hey, did this really happen? Because this is what they are talking about. Like.
I think those are like what you're doing in a situation like that. I'm not sure if that's a determining factor of whether or not you fit in or don't fit in.
Right.
As much as it is learning who's around you.
Yeah.
That's true. And how much you can provide, how much you can give, because you could fit in tight with a group and no, I ain't telling you nothing because you're gonna tell it. Right. And I don't want to have to go upside your head. So, we had somebody in our family that we couldn't share family business with because we knew it would hit the streets. We love them, but we knew not to say anything.
They walk with it at a tight. They walk in the room like,
yeah, let me protect you from yourself.
Right. So said so and so said
so.
Oh, when so and so happened. Right.
Richard put my business in the streets.
Oh yes, Sierra said Taylor McCoy confirmed Pastor Brian isn't great writing on his right.
Richard said, "Man, you need to write me a letter." I'm like, bro, I probably wrote 10 letters my entire life. I've been on the planet over 50 years, maybe 10.
Right.
You know, I'm like, you can ask my mother. So he must have asked my mother.
Right. Aunt Sam, what's up, Aunt Sam? She said, when you don't fit in, get away from the people that's not in your best interest because apparently this is where you don't fit in.
True, definitely. Well, the thing is, that doesn't mean you have to. If you hear that here, we know who. Yeah, like sometimes you can be in an office setting. You know, you're at work, and there are crews
Right.
at work.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you don't quit your job. You just know who not to go to lunch with.
Right. Right. Yep.
Right. So you got to think about that kind of stuff. You in church, you
Right.
know,
Yeah.
and everybody ain't your prayer partner.
Right.
You know, I mean, we don't like saying that about the church, but the reality is the church is a hospital for sick people.
Yeah.
You know, if we didn't need the doctor, we wouldn't be there. So you can expect drama and issues in the church. You can expect circles and cliques.
Yeah.
You know, you shouldn't have to, but you do. There it is, right there, Keeney. Yep.
Yeah.
So you just know what clique is yours and what clique is not. You know,
Right.
the Bible says he that is to have friends must first show themselves friendly.
Right.
Just be friendly.
Right.
But there's nothing wrong with being guarded with your heart and your innermost stuff. So you do have to be careful where you put your best,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Make sure you're planting seed in good ground.
Definitely.
Hey,
There
Mom.
you go. Hey, Mama Corey.
We spoke her up.
Right, I'm about to say. Oh, yeah, definitely finding a place to fit in and getting a place where you could be. I think it's just, for the most part, like you said, when you're finding a place to fit in, you know, and being authentic, you know, there's then how much can you be authentic to who, you know, it matters. But at least I think the main part is, as long as you're in a space that you can be yourself, you know, as long as you don't feel like you have to put on a front or act like someone you're not, you know, just you can be comfortable in your own skin. I think.
But I don't think that matters no matter what group you're in. You know, I think what's important is that you remain true to yourself no matter where you are.
No, that's true too. Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue. You know, why was I trying to fit in somewhere? You know, trying to fit in somewhere makes me it keeps me from being authentically me. Right. I think about the book of Genesis. Joseph had a group of brothers who threw him in a pit.
Right.
He didn't fit in his own family
Right.
because of a dream he had.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
and the dream was true. It
Right.
came to pass. His brothers ended up having to repent. But look at the experience he had
Yeah.
within his own family. And so it makes you realize that sometimes what's in you even can be uncomfortable for those who are supposed to love you.
Right.
You understand? Because people can't understand the greatness that is in you, and you can get kicked out of the clique that is blood related.
Right.
And that's a tough thing. And you trying to be a part, you trying to, you know, and I mean, it's tough. It's an uneasy field when you are trying to fit in somewhere where you may not necessarily fit, especially when you have, you know, the closer the ties, the more difficult it is.
Right.
You know, and those are some hard lessons to learn
Right.
when even those who are considered of you. What are the Bible says? Jesus, he came into his own and his own received him not.
Right.
Those are the words of the Lord. So we know that we will be in areas where we are not accepted. We don't have to force our way in somewhere. I don't want to be anywhere that I am not accepted.
That's good.
I just don't want to be there because it's too hard. It's too much work.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Sam says, well, Bikini, let's do that one. I'm not for everyone. Everyone's not for me. While that being said, be around like-minded individuals. Right, Pastor, being true to yourself is most important, and eventually you will connect with your village just as you are.
Absolutely.
Very true.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
All right. Just a quick pause for the cause. You're watching the Brothers of Legacy. make sure you are sharing. Sharing is caring. Tag somebody, let everybody know that the brothers are on. Be sure to stay connected to us. Text LWN to 84576. Text LWN to 84576. Never miss a broadcast. And tonight, make sure, possibly, if you're watching The Purpose for Forever, and if you're part of our text community, we'll text you when we come on. All right? And sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. If you're in the YouTube space, make sure you give us a thumbs up as well as a subscribe. Our subscriber list is growing steadily. We haven't got big yet, but we're on our way. So like I said, today we're talking about what to do when you don't fit in. And someone, we kind of answered, what do you do when you don't fit in or you feel like you don't fit in? The most that you can do is just be yourself always. There's always the minor, when you're in the space, you act accordingly. So that's always obvious, but just being true to who you are. If you're the one that, if you see wrong, you speak up. I mean, it is what it is. It's those moments that just, you just can't. I challenge you to just be yourself. If you see something that that's not right, and it's part of who you are, because some folks, I'm kind of like, should I say something, public, private, like I'm the back and forth. Should I say, oh, it doesn't matter. Should I? But some folks are just like, I can't function in this space with this going on. Like I can't function with this order. Like I need clarity, so don't, God has called you for a specific task and it's pressed on you because you're that person. Yeah. And I know someone's like, dang it. Yes, you're the person. That's why it's in you. You've seen it. You know what needs to happen. You just got to step out and say something. And yes, it's going to, in certain spaces, yes, it's going to make you an outcast, but you're called to be true. Be authentic. Be who you called to be. Don't suppress what's in you. Let's see.
You know what? I'm going to contradict that.
Okay. Sometimes we aren't meant to fit into, but
start
rather
some
change what it is. It's not always about fitting in. Indeed.
Back to the old book. Because Paul said something.
All right.
In 1 Corinthians, and this has a lot to do with purpose, right?
Okay.
Because sometimes you have to go to the places where you don't fit. 1 Corinthians, where is it? 9. Okay, here we go. In 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse, I'm going to start at verse 18. I'm going to start at verse 18. And I just want y'all to hear, I'm reading the King James Version. So just bear with me for a minute while I go through this. Paul says this, 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 18. What is my reward then? Verily that, when I preach the gospel, I make the gospel of Christ without charge, that I abuse not my power in the gospel. Hold that. For though I be free from all men, I ain't caught up. I ain't trying to be, I'm liberated. I'm my own man. Why? For though I be free from all men, yet I have made myself servant unto all.
Right.
That I might gain the more. Right. So even though I'm liberated, I don't need y'all, but I'm serving all of you all so that I can gain you.
Right.
Watch this. Verse 20. And unto the Jews, I became as a Jew, that I might gain or win the Jews. Right. So I fit in with them.
Right.
To them that are under the law, I was under the law, that I might gain them that are under the law. To them that are without law, as without law, being not without law to God, but under the law to Christ, that I might gain them that are without law. To the weak I became as weak, that I might gain the weak. I am made all things to all men, that I might by all means save some. And I do this for the gospel's sake, that I might be partaken thereof. So sometimes,
Okay.
because of your calling and your purpose,
Right.
you have to go into those places
Right.
where you don't fit
Right.
and become like, that you might win. Woo!
Right.
That's the
Right.
word.
Right. Right.
So when I'm sitting at your party that you threw at your house, and everybody uncomfortable because pastor's sitting there and you know there's liquor in the house, and I know I don't fit, but I'm there.
Right. Right.
You mess around and catch me at the club on a Friday night. You trying to figure out what's in my glass.
Right. Is that tea or bourbon?
Hey.
What is you drinking? Oh,
Look, the comments got quiet.
right.
Nobody, it got quiet.
So what happened with Will Smith?
Everybody got quiet.
But yeah, it's. I think when it comes to that, the changing of environment or the winning of others, definitely being in an uncomfortable space or a space where you don't necessarily fit into. But I think that he said unexpected. I think the main part is to just be who you are, wherever you are, just to
That's
be
the
who you
key.
are. And he conformed in certain manners, but he didn't conform inside. He didn't change who he was to fit, but he fit in these areas in order to be the light, if that makes sense.
The point is he did not conform.
Yeah.
Right.
Fit in without losing your purpose. Definitely.
Right. There it is. He did not conform.
Right.
He became like that he might win. In other words, I walked in there with them.
Right.
I wasn't walking with them. Right. That's the key. Remaining true to yourself, remaining true to your purpose, remaining true to your call. Don't get caught up. And that's key. That's critical. And the point that I'm trying to make is it's not that I'll never be around people where I don't fit in.
Yeah.
I'm there for purpose.
Yeah. There you go. There for purpose. And because like I said, we learn who we can share with, who we can have those vulnerable conversations with, know those that labor around you, among you. So knowing who you're dealing with, like I said, once you realize you can't share that with Sally because Sally's gonna share it with everybody, you tailor your conversations. You kind of watch how you share, and just know who you confide into. But it's definitely key to having someone that you can talk to, someone that you can connect to, and be vulnerable to, because we all have a need to reach out, and just speak our heart and things of that nature. And like I said in the beginning, we all want to be a part or just have connections with others, and no one wants to be alone. That's you could be alone, but no one wants to be alone.
I had a conversation with a brother. We were on the same bowling team.
Okay.
I was invited to bowl with them. Someone found out I could bowl. Said, "Hey, I know there's an opening on this team. There's some good guys." So I joined the bowling team, and our only relationship was bowling.
Right.
That was the basis of our relationship. But we got along really well at the bowling alley. We talked, laughed, joked, did all that kind of stuff at the bowling alley. I found out they lived in the same community I lived in.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. And our children went to the same school.
Okay.
Oh, wow. It was cool. I let them know we were in ministry and all that. And we had a great time. Always had a great time bowling and stuff. And then saw him at a homeowner HOA meeting. Okay. One time he saw me out on my motorcycle and, and one night we were coming out of the bowling alley and he says, B, hey man, look, man, we be having fun. I be wanting to invite you to some of the parties I have at my house, man, but I know you don't drink.
Oh.
And I was like, who told you I don't drink? He's like, oh, what? Right? Yeah. I'm like, have you ever asked me if I drink?
Right.
He goes, nah, man, I just assume right. So Do you drink? No.
But you assume. You just assume.
But my point to him, what I said to him was, it's been a very long time since I had a drink.
Right. Right.
Will I ever have a drink again in my life? I have no idea.
Right.
I said, but tell me this. Why does that matter if you
Right.
want to invite me?
Right.
Invite
Right.
me.
Right.
Do I have to be a drinker to be invited to your house?
Right.
You know, and he was like,
Right.
man, I never even thought about it like that, B.
Right.
My bad, bro. My bad. Next party he had, he invited me.
Yeah.
I showed up, stayed for like 15 minutes, and went back home. Because I didn't fit. I didn't fit.
He already knew. He already knew. He said, "You're not gonna fit in there."
But I appreciated the invite.
I thought it was gonna go another way, but it didn't. All right, so let's see. Richard said, "Pastor, why is it some pastors you just get a sense of I cannot? You can't confide to them or confess to them." Interesting.
Listen,
so you said,
I can't answer that question.
yeah,
I pastor people who won't talk to me.
right,
So I cannot answer that question. You people are comfortable with who they're comfortable with.
right.
That's all I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
I tell people, if you can't come and share with me, I probably shouldn't pastor you.
right,
How are you getting any deliverance, any healing? And I know it all comes from the Lord, but I'm there to be counsel,
right.
you know. So if you're not comfortable sitting with me in counsel, then I'm probably not, you know, you can't come because you're entertained by my preaching.
Right,
You can get entertained by the folks. T.D. Jakes is a great preacher.
right, right, right.
So, you know, again, why are you here?
Interesting.
That's Brian. That's not Bible. That's Brian.
That's
I
interesting.
get funny with stuff like that
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
because
I
I'm
guess-
praying because I'm praying for you.
Right. Right.
You know, I want to be as much as you need me to be in your life, but if you're not comfortable, you know, does that speak more about who I am or does it speak more about who you are?
Right. 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 But then how do you, like, I feel like, sometimes, and you said it before, like, going to church is checking the box. I did it.
Yeah.
I went. So I think sometimes that's what it's been because people have.
And you'll never be
and-
comfortable with me
Right.
if you're showing up at Solomon's Temple thinking that you're going to check a box.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to say something to you. I'm going to ask you, what's your purpose?
Right.
And that makes people uncomfortable. If you don't understand your purpose, let's talk about it. Let's get an understanding. But,
Right.
People who don't do that, they don't want or at least they don't want to have that conversation with you. And that's okay because I'm saying these things take time,
Yeah.
right? Sometimes you step into a group and you don't feel like you fit in,
Right.
but you don't give it enough time.
Right.
And you come to realize, wow, we have more in common than I thought,
Right.
So there's all different types of scenarios, situations, emotions, psychological dispositions, spiritual dispositions that make this complex
Right.
because you can't think of it just on the surface. I can tell you, I don't like people that come in and just are bench warmers, although there are certain people that are going to do that.
Right.
It's going to do it. They just don't want to have any part. They just want to come, get a word, and go home.
Right. Right.
There are people like that.
Yeah,
They don't want
definitely.
anything more than that.
Yeah.
So but if they make that clear, then you leave them alone and let them do what they do. But you
Right.
can't go just not ask and not inquire.
Right.
People leave the church because they say no one ever said anything. No one ever asked me anything.
Yeah.
No one ever talked to me. I'm just not that dude. I'm going to come and talk to you.
Right.
And either you're going to appreciate that or you're going to reject it.
Definitely.
But I'm going to give you time. Let you sit there for a while before I say anything to you.
Definitely.
Had a brother came to the church yesterday. I didn't even know his name. I knew his wife.
Oh.
Right.
Oh. What you? Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I didn't. Yeah.
Then after church,
Yeah.
they came up to me and his wife. He introduced himself
Yeah.
because I acknowledged his wife and her husband.
Right.
But I did it I did it in a way that he was comfortable coming and introducing himself.
Right.
I'm like, oh, so next time I can actually say your name. Great.
Right.
Pleasure to meet you. You know,
Right.
because you don't come as often as your wife.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
so
Indeed.
it was uncomfortable, but
Indeed.
we made it through it. You know.
Yeah, definitely. I think finding that space to be you, to fit in your space, and to just. But I think that in all, when it's talking about fitting in, just be comfortable with who you are.
Yeah.
Just be comfortable with who you are. I think one of the greatest things we miss out is we try to find a space instead of being who we are. And I think that is where we miss out on our greatest calling when we're not authentically who we are. Just be you in the spaces, every space that you're in, and don't feel that you have to just not be you at any time. Like I said, Paul spoke about being apart and being in spaces, that were not what he's used to or part of his crew, but he was the light, so be that light, be that light. All right. So we appreciate you guys for rocking and hanging with us. Another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. We look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, same time, same channel at 9 until. As always, continue to stay safe. Continue to do the right thing. Make sure you are sharing. Sharing is caring. Okini, appreciate you for rocking with us. Deborah, Richard, Lisa, and Mama McCory, Sam, and everybody else. Appreciate you guys for being there. Aunt Sam. Thank you guys for being there. I look forward to guys seeing you tomorrow.
Sean.
Right? All right, I got to talk. I got to get
Look, you're gonna say when you better say everybody. He didn't call my name. I don't fit.
I don't fit. All right, so be safe. Know that we love you. God loves you
Peter.
more. He's out there somewhere. He's probably watching. He just ain't said nothing today. Peter.
No,
See you.
Keita
Oh,
Patrick.
Keita. Sorry, Keita and Peter, who's out there that's watching this episode.
Send me an update, Keita.
Yes, send us an update, Keita. All right, we'll see you same time, same channel. Be safe. That's it. I'm out. As always, we love you. Know that God loves you more. Stay safe. Thank you guys for rocking. As always, we love you.